my beginnings and my future. Hopefully they'll get inspired. Well, I would like to share my approach in architecture, and basically I would like to somehow give them the history of my journey.
We do recognize him to be somebody that is really has a very, very good, promising career. And we just, for tonight, we want him to share with us his experiences and his vision.
We thought that we'd call on a young architect such as Royal Pineda, who we feel at his age has done so much, and who has admitted to us he's still on a journey.
I constantly sketch anything that I see. I think I remember, if I remember it right, I was grade 2. During those times, I always see things and I always sketch them, but not to copy them, but I always sketch it the way I see them and interpret it the way I want them. I always felt freedom in sketching. I wasn't meant to be an architect. I enrolled with my mom in PUP. My mom asked me, Royal, what do you like? What course do you want? I said, Nay, I would like to design homes, building. I want to design. So during that time, I have uncles who are very, prominently practicing engineering. She said, oh, that's civil engineering. The officer who was assigned said, sorry, it's closed. So we cannot accept you anymore. So my mom said, oh, by the way, there's architecture. Let's go. That's also designing homes, I think. And then we reached the end of the line. This was the chairperson of the PUP architecture, architect Benhard Grecochea. And then he said, there's a big line crossed. Sorry, we can ask the chairperson asking for a favor to accept me. And of course, being very persistent, the architect Grecochea said, sige, if kung mag-architecture ka, if you fail the first semester, any subject, we will kick you out. I said, okay, I'll take the chance. What is important is to question the satisfaction. I think in the end, the satisfaction of every one of us is important because we need to know what fuel us as an architect. So in my approach in doing my architecture, I have found and I've contemplated the nature is peace within me. And I always ask, what is this that I feel? What is this that I always look for? I always look for an inspiration from nature. I always try to see what is the greatness of nature. And then human. And nature is landscape. Nature is everywhere. Everything that is really around you naturally. So that was very important to me. I embraced that feeling that I am a naturalist. I don't want anything, even with the client. I don't want and I don't work only by trying to engage them to what I like. But I want them to we can understand each other, and then from there we can work hand in hand, and it will always be an exciting step together instead of trying to be in competition or always in contradiction. Once you're doing architecture because of a formula, then the creation starts to slow down. But once you create architecture based on feel and based on logic and based on understanding, it will give you an infinite interpretation and an infinite design, because nature is infinite. It's a good feeling. Of course, once you see people that are inspired by your doings, then of course it's something that a person will always use as an inspiration also for him to be stimulated. So I think it's very important that whatever I do, I know that there's a ripple or there's a good effect to everybody. So I hope that I will always have that fire in me to share and to give an inspiration to others.
Ordinaryong saving